We are finally here, a completely true open world Pokemon game. Gone are the days of those Pokemon linear titles that we have known over the years and loved. We have loved those titles as well. But this changes the game. This takes Pokemon to a whole new, completely free to explore, venture out, do whatever you want, however you want to do it, with a bunch of friends of up to 4 players in co-op, not being tethered to each other at all. You can be in one side of the map and your friends can be at the other side of the map doing their own thing, and it's a glorious thing. Now, there is a caveat here, and I'm sure you guys know about this already. It's the issues. This game is plagued with some pretty severe performance, frame rate glitches. There is issues there, and oh boy, are they noticeable. But please, give this game the time it definitely deserves. The performance issues, while they are pretty bad, and this is the first Pokemon game that I have ever played to be plagued with this many issues. And from a Nintendo game and a Pokemon game, seeing things in this world just pop in and load right in front of you. Characters, things in the environment change and morph as you get closer. Textures and trees and mountains in the distance are just muddy shapes that just look like clay pieces. Things will just disappear at times and reappear at times as well. Characters and Pokemon literally walking at only a few frames per second. The draw distance isn't great here, but this isn't a high graphical intense game, so these issues shouldn't be issues. I don't get it. I do think this game is limited by the Nintendo Switch hardware. This game would have performed much better on, I think, an intended Nintendo Switch Pro, an intended more powerful Switch system. But here we are with it on the Switch, with its limitations, and that is why I think this game is struggling, maybe too ambitious of a game for Game Freak to be able to pull off alone. Maybe they do need that extra help to get there, but it does succeed, and it succeeds so incredibly well, because once you do get past all of those performance glitches, hiccups and issues, it doesn't stop you from having so much fun catching all of those Gen 9 Pokemon, doing battle with Pokemon trainers, and there is always something to do, from just exploring, doing raid battles with incredible rewards at the end. There is always some sort of goal or quest to pinpoint on the map and then get there. But you'll often get sidetracked and do other things along the way, and you'll just get completely lost in this world and maybe at times forget what you are even meant to be doing because you're just exploring, battling wild Pokemon, discovering this, discovering that. There is always something hidden somewhere to find around you as you grind to level up your party with absolutely limitless freedom. You'll be crafting TMs with resources you accumulate for new moves for your Pokemon. You will also gain crafting resources and materials by defeating wild Pokemon as well. As you go, you'll be finding various items in the wild to pick up, like different types of Pokeballs, TMs, potions and more. You also don't need to spend all that time grinding anymore for certain moves, which is a blessing. It really is. Now, trainers in this game, they'll be highlighted in yellow with a speech bubble above them, and that's a trainer that wants to do battle with you. You don't have to do battle with them, you can just walk on by and go about your day. And as you go about your day, you'll be picking up various items scattered around everywhere, leveling up and evolving your Pokemon, updating your Pokedex, dropping waypoints and heading towards it while riding on your legendary Pokemon. Freely summoning your Pokemon out of its ball to collect a bunch of stuff around you, and even do battle with some of the wild Pokemon automatically in that area. It's just so satisfying as you stand there and do nothing. Just watch your Pokemon do all the heavy lifting for a little bit. Unfortunately though, we can't throw Pokeballs at Pokemon to catch them like in Pokemon Arceus. That was so satisfying and addictive to do, but we still can throw Pokeballs at Pokemon, it won't automatically catch that Pokemon when you do throw your Pokeball, but it will catch that Pokemon off guard and it'll make the battle easier. It should be an easier catch for you trying to catch that Pokemon because you've startled it, you've caught it off guard. So it's kind of like one step forward, one step back with some of these features here. Now there is these huge Titan Pokemons in this game that just takes the game to the next level. When you go up against these and defeat them to unlock more ways of traversing with your legendary Pokemon. Whether you chose Cridon or Miraidon, you will unlock more moveset, more ways to traverse with that Pokemon in this world as you ride on it around the world. Going up against gym leaders as well, first you'll be required to do these gym tests and they're not too difficult, and then after that you can then challenge the gym leader, and then you go on to the next gym and complete the next one, complete the next one. All gyms have their own type of Pokemon, be it one gym will be grass type, this gym will be electric type, this gym will be fire type. So you kind of do need to choose your Pokemon carefully, think about it strategically and tactically right. This is an electric type, this is a fire type, so I need this type of Pokemon or that type of Pokemon in my party for the moves to be super effective. Because if you go in there not really thinking about the Pokemon that you need to go up against this type of Pokemon, it will be a very hard fought battle. So just keep that in mind when going up against certain Pokemon in the wild, certain Titans and gym leaders. Now, as you explore traversing the world, you'll be visiting Poké Centers. Once you get defeated in battle, if you're low on HP, you will visit Poké Centers to replenish your Pokemon's health and to potentially revive your fainted Pokemon. And once you visit different Poké Centers around the world, they'll have little wings there on the map and you'll be able to fast travel to them destinations once you visited them. Being able to honestly ride around on your legendary in this world. 1 minute you are on foot and then you hit the plus button to summon your legendary and boom, away you go as you traverse this world and dash around it or fly around it. It just gets better and better the more you play and explore. When in battle there is a new battle mechanic which can be used once per battle, and it essentially, when activated, your Pokemon will change into this huge crystallized Terra type Pokemon using the Terra Orb to pull this new feature off. And now as you explore, you are free to choose what gym you want to battle first. You don't need to really do anything in a certain order, but it may be recommended to follow some sort of recommended order if you don't want to go fighting higher leveled gyms, or you can just grind to level up your Pokemon in the wild by fighting wild Pokemon, by doing battle with Pokemon trainers, completing challenges, side missions, main missions, doing raid battles alone or with a bunch of friends, going up against 5 Team Star bosses, 5 Titan Pokemon and 8 gyms to beat on your adventure. And that is the main aim of the game. That is essentially the main missions and the tasks. And you'll be going around conquering all of these gyms, with 8 gyms in total to be the very best, and defeating these giant Pokemon Titans, with also these Mad Max-esque battles as you raid the Team Star bases. Setting off your Pokemon, and they'll automatically be defeating a certain amount of Pokemon within that base, within the time limit before going up against the star boss of that area, of that base, and you'll be going up against a very Mad Max-esque vehicle that's actually a Pokemon. I still don't know what I think of that. The game just keeps on getting better and better, and it's up to you how you venture out. It's up to you how you go about traversing this world. With Pokemon centers to go to heal your Pokemon, shops you can buy food, drinks, different clothing items, changing up your hairstyles and purchasing moves. You can go on picnics with your Pokemon as well. There's restaurants and cafes that will allow you to consume a bunch of different foods to choose from that will all have a different meal effect. A meal power, and it'll allow you to go out there in the wild and be able to catch this Pokemon better, or do this raid battle better. You'll gain more experience points against this type of Pokemon. You'll do better in a raid battle, but it is for a limited time. The amount of Pokemon games that we have had over the years, it's still all dialogue. It's all just silent. Why haven't we got a voiced Pokemon game yet? Why haven't we got voiceovers for the characters? It's about time, because again, that will elevate the franchise to that next level. Again, this game to me is an absolute 10 out of 10. It's just a shame that it's being let down by a lot of these technical, graphical performance issues. Gen 9 Pokemon, what can I say about the Gen 9 Pokemon? They look incredible. They're interesting, they're unique, and I have never really gelled with a generation of Pokemon since the very first generation of Pokemon, the OG generation. Some of these Pokemon, their designs, their details are just, wow, it's incredible. But there it is, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Go play it, go buy it. Is it worth it? Absolutely 100% yes. You won't be disappointed once you get past all the little issues. I'm sure there'll be a fix right around the corner for that though. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you for making me a part of your day. Thank you. Anyways guys, I'll see you next time.